Western Michigan's coming off a huge win at Toledo, 42-28, first win since 1988 for the Broncos at the Glass Bowl, and another first in 12 years, the first time Western Michigan has had two running backs run for over 100 yards in a game since 1995. So, Coach, talk about the first MAC win of the year, and then roll right into this week against Akron.
Well, you know, we had addressed it all week about going down there, and you know, the streak was important to us. I think it just add something, but the bigger thing was make sure we go down there and get a win. Would have made a difference who we played, but I think it was especially sweet going down there, winning the first time since '88, and beating Toledo, and getting your first MAC win. Really talked about it a lot. Really put a lot of emphasis on it. We'd say it was going to be a hard-fought game mentally and physically, and I thought our kids did a great job mentally because at the very beginning we weren't very good, and the kids hung in there and they got the intercept. I think that kind of got us over the top. And then physically, we need to try to go out there and be as physical as we could. And I thought the offensive line and the tight ends, they were a big part of the run game also. Did a great job. I thought Mark and Brandon played really well. Mark with his yards, but what Wes what kind of gets hidden in there is all the pass receptions he's getting and the yards he's getting there too. I think he's fifth in the nation in what is it? Yeah, all-purpose yards. That was the word I was looking for. So, I mean, both those guys are giving us exactly what we're looking for. It's kind of coming true of what we wanted. Had 30 first downs. I think that helps. I think the time of possession was great. 37 minutes. We milked the clock at the probably from about the end of the third quarter on. A little disappointed. We had a chance to really put it way out of reach, and they didn't get it done now 4th and 1. That's kind of a shame that it would have worked out pretty well for us. But our kids are playing. They played well. It was a big challenge going down there and win, because there's a whole lot of other teams that have been real successful down there either. And I don't know, going back to history, there's probably not too many times where somebody went that back to back and beat Toledo. And of course, it hasn't been 18 years because they haven't won down there. So we're real happy. We got to get a whole lot better in some of the areas to keep on getting on the same path of what we need to. Defensively, I saw it coming. They're starting to figure it all out, and I know it takes time, especially when you get new staff, new schemes. But they're getting themselves better. Our kicking game, for the most part, was pretty good, except for our kickoff coverage. That wasn't very good, but everything else was pretty good. Thought Coach Tabor did a great job, and one time he threw Lewis Dalmas back there, and he had a big return. So we're utilizing our personnel, I think, in that respect. This week we play Akron, and they're going to be. It's going to be a knock 'em, drag out game again. They're I watched the Ohio State game. Ohio State didn't move the ball against them. Watch UConn, and even though UConn scored 44 points, 7 of them on a kickoff return, and they broke a couple of runs, but that's about it. They're pretty good defensively, stopping a run. Offensively, they changed it from the two quarterbacks they've had in the past, Fry and Geske. They're doing different things, so they're a little bit more dangerous, I think, in what they're doing, because they don't have that quarterback caliber to do that West Coast offense. But these guys are doing a pretty good job. The back is a good player, Kennedy, and they're going to cause us fits. I mean, we're going to have to go out there and get ready to go. And it's in this MAC, that's the issue with this. The MAC conference every week is you got to go out there and you got to go get it done, and it doesn't make a difference who you play. So it's just consecutive, and it's just going to be the conference is hard, and so we got to go out there and make sure we take care of business. Questions?
Bill, besides the obvious of picking up on Saturday, what specifically was most pleasing or satisfying?
I like the way our kids had fun. I really enjoyed, you could tell Thursday at practice, there was more enthusiasm, a little more passion. On Friday, in the meetings, everything you observed during meals, there was a sense of confidence in them. And Saturday, even when it was going south early, They didn't lose any. They didn't lose anything. They just kept on fighting, and they had a great resolve about it. And then if you go, and as a coach, you always go in the locker room after the game, and it's pretty nice to see the kids, had their sense of fulfillment and enjoyment after a big win, because it was hard. And then, and then again, the other thing I was telling you about is the coaches. You have 5 coaching changes, and that sometimes takes a long time. Sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes even 2 years to get used to. I give our kids a lot of credit. They we call it, buying into the plan, and they did. I think it shows really well on the offensive line wise. We're run blocking a ton better. We're coming off the ball, and defensively, you can start seeing that where guys, and the only problems we have is, when sometimes the guys revert back, which are habits for 2 years. And I'm not saying they were bad habits; they were just habits that are different than maybe what we're asking our guys. And I saw a little bit better in that there.
You guys had exceptional third down conversion rate, if I recall Saturday, and you've done pretty well this year on that. Can you talk about the, I guess, the mentality of what it takes in those situations? So you can see the NFL and all over football. It seems like third down tend to be better teams.
Yeah, they're the guys who are winning, and we've had some great catches. Brandon Ledbetter Saturday was another one that, after he catches, you go, how did he do that? I think the run game helped out. We ran the ball a couple times, and even fourth downs, we've gone for it 15 times and made 10, and so that's been a big plus for us too. I think kids are starting to make some plays. We're mixing it up a little bit more than we have in the past, and with the experience that we have at other spots, I think that's really helping us out.
Mentality that goes with that too, though, just like they're not going to stop us, of course this one over, but you know what I mean? Is there like a mentality that you try to instill in them?
Yeah, and I think you see it in the receivers. That's where I really see it, where those guys are running around and they're getting in their open spots, and they're making some great catches on third downs. And we had a fourth down one too that we made by Brandon. And then when we do run it, you don't, in the past, probably a 3rd and 3 was probably not one where you sit there and you go, you know what, we just got to throw it every single time. You have enough confidence with your guys up front. And then field position is big too. You get into 4 down situations, I think that helps out.